Today, race proved to be a key issue in the fifth day of jury selection in the Kilpatrick Corruption trial. And one lawyer for the defense got called on the carpet by the judge. 7 Action News investigator Ross Jones spent all day covering the court proceedings. And Ross, what happened there?
Well, Diana, you could almost feel the temperature in the courtroom go up a couple of degrees as tempers flared between the judge in this case and one of the lawyers on the defense team. We'll get to that in a minute. But first, we're up to 40 jurors now passed on to the next round of questioning here in the Kilpatrick case. 10 of those are African Americans. Most of the questions today in court were about race relations. One juror's answer to what seemed like a straightforward question got a surprising answer, though, when an African American woman was asked, would you be able to find Kilpatrick guilty if the government proves its case beyond a reasonable doubt? She answered, I guess my answer would be no. That understandably raised a lot of eyebrows in the courtroom, and a lawyer for the defense then jumped up and re-asked that question a couple minutes later. At that point, when she was asked a second time, she changed her answer to she could convict. Where things got very tense, though, was later on in the afternoon when a middle-aged white female was grilled by defense lawyers in her jury grilled by defense lawyers. In her jury questionnaire, she had written that she believed Kilpatrick and his co-defendants could possibly be guilty. When pressed on that by Bobby Ferguson's lawyer, Mike Rattay, she said that was based on news reports she had seen, and she would only judge this case on what was presented in court. But Rattay continued to ask the woman about her answer, so much so that he was cut off by Judge Edmonds, who told him to move on. Rattay turned a beet red, really, and uttered 2 curse words towards the media that we heard. That juror was allowed to move on, and Rattay was outraged. Later on in the day, his temper got the best of him again as he told a member of his own co-counsel to sit back and shut up. We tried to catch up with Mr. Rattay today, who was reprimanded by the judge later on in the afternoon. Here's some of that. Mr. Rattay, the judge seemed to reprimand you at the end there for your comments.
Anything about today?
Or some of the curse words there.
No, that's cool.
Negative.
All right, take care.
Did you apologize to her at all, sir?
You didn't hear what I said.
I did. I heard what you said, sir. You said 2 expletives. Any comment, Mr. Kilpatrick?
I didn't hear him say anything. I'm not saying he didn't, but I do know that part of what a lawyer is supposed to do is to zealously represent the interests of his client. And Rattay personifies that. He's a zealot, if I have never ever met one. And, you know, sometimes it may, and I'm not saying it happened in this case, but it may in some instances when you're in the heat of the moment, you know, things get said, and I'm sure everyone can say that, you know, that's happened to them before. But Mr. Rattay has some serious concerns about how things are going, and you can talk to him about that.
You would have heard him then say, sit back and shut up to the gentleman sitting next to you in court, your colleague. Did you have any concerns about that? Was that going too far?
No, no.
Obviously a very tense day in court. We're hoping that cooler heads prevail tomorrow. Reporting live from downtown, I'm Ross Jones, 7 Action News.